All right, and we are back with another episode of Joel's Mind. Today is a very freaking special day, people. Today is 365 days from Joel's Mind, the very first episode. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go. Give myself a little pat on the back. And that round of applause was for everyone tuning in and everyone that has been following Joel's Mind for the last year. Today is my 1 year anniversary. Today's our 1 year anniversary of Joel's Mind podcast. And I cannot have the bigger smile on my face than I do right now. And I would not be here if it wasn't for you people listening, tuning in, giving me feedback, chiming in with Mind Talks, and just helping me be a better version of myself. So today's episode is dedicated to you and dedicated to the journey that has transpired in the last 365 days. So with that, let's just jump right into it. So in the last 365 days, we have accomplished a lot on Joel's Mind platform. We have over 300 followers on IG, over 150 followers on Facebook. We got 29 subs on YouTube, and we have over 5,000 unique downloads, people. Over 5,000 unique downloads. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. 5,000 unique downloads, meaning that there's people out there in this world that desire to be a better version of themselves, just like I do and just like you. So if you're tuning in and this is what you're looking for, you're in the right spot. And I just want to say welcome to Joel's Mind podcast, where we look for ways to be better versions of ourselves. And as always, we are one against ourselves and no one else. All right. And today's episode is going to be dedicated to never giving up. All right. Never giving up. 365 days. There's been a lot that has happened in 365 days. COVID is still around, unfortunately. Apparently there may be a new variant of COVID, so we'll see what the next 365 days look like. Shout out my dad. He was diagnosed with throat cancer, and within these 365 days he was diagnosed and beat it, and he's currently in remission, and he's currently growing and going back to his normal self. And it's just shout out my dad and my family for sticking through it and riding it out and doing what we do and coming together and just being a family. So shout out my family, shout out my lady for pinning up with me all the late nights where she's had to lay down by herself because I was up here editing, talking to y'all, doing what I had to do to make Joel's Mind keep running. And shout out to all of you guys, all the supporters, all my friends and families, and all the people that I've yet to meet and have heard my voice through their headphones, through their speakers, seen me on YouTube, seen me wherever, and decided to chime in. Do not give up. Never give up. And this is what today's episode is about. It's been a lot. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. There's been times I wanted to give up. There's been times I wanted to just be like, maybe this ain't it, And here we are, baby. 1 year anniversary, going strong, hitting it hard. We're growing. This room, this backdrop, it started somewhere else. It started in the back of my grandparents' house, and the setting that I had back then is definitely not what it is now, and it's improved. These mics improved, the audio's improved, the storytelling, the delivery, everything is improved. And that's what Joel's Mind's all about, baby, being a better version of ourselves. And within the last 365 days, creating and being a content creator of Joel's Mind has definitely done that. It's made me be a better version of myself. And if I had given up, I would not be here. So I just want to talk to y'all about that, as I've already said. So let's talk a little more about it. Don't give up. For anyone that's listening right now and is needing to hear this message, take this little platform that got going on as your inspiration, as your motivation to keep on going and not to give up. And just look at from when I started to where we're at now. Again, you know, there's days where, you know, it's just things are a little too much. And that's okay. It's gonna happen. It's part of the journey, baby. It's all part of the process. There's gonna be days you're gonna be like, fuck, I don't wanna do this today. Fuck, I don't wanna show up today. I just wanna do nothing today. And that's all right. And some days you're not gonna do nothing. And some days you're gonna let other things compile and it's gonna be overwhelming and you're gonna take a break. And by taking a break, you're gonna be on your phone for 8 hours out of the day, laying on your bed next to a pile of laundry. Maybe letting your kids run around screaming and yelling at each other, hungry. You know, who knows? That's all right. But did you give up? That's when you really fail. Is when you completely, utterly give up. When you say, I'm not doing this no more. It's too big for me. And I promise you people, there is nothing too big for you. There is no mountain high enough that can contain you. And you have to remember that. Do not give up on your dreams. Do not give up on your goals. And most importantly, do not give up on your happiness. That's what really matters, people. It matters if you're happy. It matters if you're walking through this life being a better version of yourself and you can't do that because you're not happy, then don't give up on yourself. Because truth be told, you can give up to you. That is always an option. That is never the option you should probably take. But never give up on your dreams, never give up on your happiness. Because once you do, you will live a very just draining life. And that's no way to live life. That life is not for you. You don't deserve it and you don't want it, trust me. It's hard, you know, it's hard showing up every day. It's hard growing. It's hard learning new things. It's hard being a better version of yourself. I promise you people, it's not for the faint-hearted. But don't you give up. This journey of being a better version of yourself is what it's all about, baby. The naysayers, the doubts, the voices in your head, the disbelief, those hard times where you're like, I'm cracking. This pressure's too much for me. I'm about to turn into a pearl. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to take your current version of yourself and all this pressure that's being applied to you, all this pressure that's coming which way and that way, all this past trauma that's eating at you, these goals and aspirations, these habits that you want to accomplish and break, it's going to suffocate you. But that's all part of the pressure, baby. That's all part of the journey. What you got to do is redirect that energy right back into you and remind yourself not to give up, to keep moving forward and to keep your head held high, just like Lil Wayne says, like you got a bloody nose. And you just got to keep moving forward. And the reason for that is because if you never give up on yourself, even if you're crawling to the finish line, baby, you're at the finish line. Doesn't matter whether you make it look sexy, whether you make it look extravagant, whether you make it look easy. It's not what it's about. What's it about is getting there. And here we are, 365 days later. Here we are, baby. We are here. We did not give up on ourselves. We did not give up on the listeners or the viewers. And we're here. I've learned so much in the last 365 days. And the reason why it's worth it is because of all the good times. All the times that you kick down that obstacle and you're like, fuck yeah, I made it. I figured it out. I figured out how to make a YouTube video and upload it and make it look decently good. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to take an audio and amplify it, make it sound smooth, make it sound nice, make it sound like there's not grainy mice in the backgrounds running around. It's all part of the process, baby. Rome wasn't built in a day, neither are you. Remember that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Remember to give yourself grace and to remember that you're human, that you need breaks. We need breaks, people. We're social creatures in today's world. We're so distracted by are short-term goldfish memory people. Say it ain't so. But we are. And that's gonna it's gonna continue to manifest and change as we get older. You know, I'm 27 years old. I was born in the 90s. Shout out to all the 90s babies. And thankfully, I'm grateful for being born in this era, because I get a taste of what it's like to play outside more frequent, and when it was more normal than when the new trend and the new normality became to being on a screen majority of your childhood. But I also had the privilege of playing video games, so it's not like I didn't have a screen, but that balance of them both allowed me to see what I see now in our world. There's generations that are growing up that never understood what it was like to play outside until dark came and the night lights came on and you had to go back home. You know, there's a generation that doesn't understand that we weren't wired how everyone is wired now. So fast, so instant gratification. And so my message, my signal to you is to remind yourself that you're human, and our brains are connectivities being changed each day and each year that passes and each decade that passes, with new, faster technology, new ways to get groceries, new ways to do work. All of this is a metamorphosis. And sometimes we got to remember that when we're going through it, it's not that we may need to give up, but maybe that's that we need to take a break. Maybe we need to take a step back and reevaluate ourselves. For those that are dedicated Joel Mind followers, and for those that are just tuning in for the first time, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it real. I hadn't been consistent in some parts from these 365 days. From now to last year, there's months where, you know, I was only pushing out a couple episodes a month, whereas my goal was to be a weekly episode podcaster. And, you know, I'm still wrapping my head around it. And that's okay, baby. Ain't no one out there can judge me and tell me that I'm a failure for it. The only person that can really destroy me is myself. If I say that to myself, I'm like, Joe, you know what? You just shouldn't be doing this no more because you're not great at it. You're not consistent. There's other podcasters out there that are better than you. Baby, it's my 365 day here on the motherfucking job. You think I gotta have it all figured out? You think if I allowed myself to be like, Joe, you know what? You're not up there with Joe Rogan. You think if I was unrealistic with myself and I set these unrealistic expectations on myself, that I would have made it? I wouldn't. Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it. You know what? I did my best. And to be honest, that's exactly what you just gotta do, is do your best. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your dreams. And never give up on your happiness, because at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna leave this world with, is your dreams, your goals, and your happiness. Sure, you can have the Lamborghini, the Tesla, the mansion, but when you go in the ground, that doesn't go with you. What goes with you is who you are and what you left behind, the impact that you made on other people, but most importantly, the impact you made on yourself. People, we believe that we are not in control of ourselves, not in control of our life, and that can be further from the truth. We are in control of our life. We are in control of our actions, our behaviors. We are in control of our healing process. We are in control of all of it. But if we're not surrounded by people that believe in that, people that don't believe in us, or people that have never believed in that at all, it's going to be hard to believe in something that you can't see. But that's what faith's all about, baby. You just got to understand that the reward is greater than the sacrifice. Being a better version of you is going to be worth the sacrifice. Cutting off those motherfuckers that are holding you down. Quitting that job that's holding you back from being the best version of you. Saying no and goodbye to all the toxicity that is around you, even within yourself. And setting boundaries. Setting boundaries with your family, setting boundaries with your friends, setting boundaries with yourself, being more respectful to yourself and to others, to being more kind. It's worth it, baby. It's worth it all. And you deserve that. And if there's anyone out there that's listening to me right now, rambling about what I'm talking about right now, and you're feeling discouraged and you're feeling, like, I want that, Joel, but that's not what's coming to me right now. I just need you to believe it a little more. And I need you to take these words and apply it a little more. Analyze who you surround yourself with. Analyze what your thoughts are going through your day. Reflect on it. Sit in it. Watch yourself. Watch how you react to people reacting. Take note of it. Write it down. Journal it. Make a vlog. Make a video. Allow yourself to be in a headspace where the noise is there, but that's all it is. It's just noise. That doesn't define you. That doesn't mean it has to be you. That doesn't gotta be your identity. But don't give up. Don't allow that noise to be your voice. Don't allow those other noises around you infect your voice and start infecting how you believe in yourself. If I didn't believe in myself, people, if I wasn't confident as what I needed to be in making Joel's Mind podcast, I wouldn't be here today. So believe in yourself. Be confident. Know what you want in this world. The fastest way from A to B is a straight line. Now, if you don't know what you want in life, that straight line is going to be a little different. Maybe a little zigzag, maybe a little spiral, figure eight. But the more certain you are in what you want in life, the easier it is for you to attain. The easier it is for you to make a plan. The easier it is for you to do something about it and get started. And on that note, if you haven't downloaded my ebook, I released this ebook 365 days ago. It's about getting started. Now, if you're tuning in to Joel's Mind for the very first time, tap the link in my bio, on my Instagram, on this description that says joelsmind.com. Head over to joelsmind.com and request this free, but completely free. I'm not out here people to make money. I'm not trying to make millions. I'm just trying to inspire those who are wanting to be inspired. I'm trying to be the change that I seek to be in this world. So there's an ebook that I created a year ago. It talks about my journey, talks about where I'm at, why I believe in what I believe, and some of my failures and some of the L's that I've taken, but I've turned into lessons. So if that is you today, please do me a favor. Check it out. I will get an email personally with your request, and I'll personally email it back to you. Let's go, baby. Today is a wonderful day. Today's a beautiful day. There's so much that's gone down in my life, and those last 365 days, personally, professionally, socially, been tested. Tested, people. Tested. Life was like, who's up at bat? That Joel's Mind guy. Got the glove right here. Got the ball in the hand. Telling the dude, the catcher, no, not that one. We're gonna fuck this kid up. We're gonna throw the craziest curveball at him. He ain't ever gonna hit it. Sass! And it threw it at me, people. Tested me. When I found out my father was diagnosed with cancer, I isolated myself from all my friends. And the reason why I did that is because of COVID. And that shit took a whirlwind on my mental health and just a lot. My job sent me home. I had to telework, which had its ups and downs. And again, I was also isolated. Wasn't around people. The only people I was around was my family and my lovely lady. And now, my dog child, Legend. But thankfully, there's a silver lining of it all. if I hadn't been home and COVID was still around and still a thing, and I was working in my office, the potential of me getting sick with COVID and giving it to my pops would have been likely. And, you know, it would have been a, doozy of a journey. But even with that, I kid you not, we still caught COVID. My dad caught COVID. My mom caught COVID. We got COVID. And it was a scary time in my life. Because death was already knocking on the door. Death was already saying, I'm outside, motherfucker. And the only thing I could control was how I reacted and how I responded to the situation. I'm not gonna lie. I could have done better in responding and reacting in some ways, but those are the moments that I need to remind myself that I'm human, that I can't control everything. But these experiences that I've never ever gone through before, never imagined or envisioned myself going through, they will happen, they will transpire. I'm confident that if my family had to ever go through something like this ever again or something different, my armor and my shield is going to be a little more durable. I think I'll be able to take the hits a little more. I'm going to understand how to take care of me in my mind. And that's something that I learned most importantly throughout these 365 days, is to take care of Joel's mind. Because if I don't take care of this up here, then everything around me, everything attached to me, is going to start to crumble, just like my mind. So my advice to you people is to not give up when time gets tough, not to just to hang the rope and just say I'm done. I didn't give up on myself. I didn't give up on my family. I didn't give up on doing what makes me happy. And genuinely, Joel's mind makes me happy. Being able to talk to y'all, to provide content for y'all, to do this for y'all, it really makes me happy. And it pushes myself. It challenges me, and I like that shit. My 9 to 5 that I got, it's very monotonous. It's very repetitive. And it doesn't bring me as much joy as it does sitting here and talking to you, devoting late hours of the night, early mornings, and times where I'm like, what the fuck? I have no idea what I'm doing with this audio technical stuff. Plugging things in and out. But it makes me happy. I feel accomplished. Every time I release an episode, I feel accomplished. I don't know what it is that you may be going through or what you may be experiencing or what's going through your mind as you're listening to my words right now. But whatever it is that makes you happy, chase it, go after it. We're limited on this earth. We can go just like that. COVID or not, cancer or not. If it's our time, it is our time. So why spend it doing the things that we're told we should be doing, what society's portraying us that we need to do, if it doesn't even make us fucking happy, people? Now, realistically speaking, we all come from different walks of life. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different traumas. We all are in different areas in our life. But that shouldn't stop you from allowing you to be happy. Handle that trauma. Do something that will make you happy. Figure it out what it is that makes you reactive and what triggers you. So that way you can pursue a life that's better for yourself, that helps you mentally better. I don't know what the next 365 days look like, people, but I promise you, these last 365 days has taught me resilience, faith, love, peace of mind. And it's just been a journey. It's been bittersweet. There's been tears that has been shed, and there has been blood that has been shed, and everything in between. Happiness, frustration, anger, sadness. And that's all part of life. That's all part of our human makeup. We're allowed to feel that. We were created to feel that. It's okay for us to cry. It's okay for us to be sad. It's okay for us to be angry. But it's also okay for us to be happy. That's the motive, baby, is to be happy. And I think it's important for us to feel all those feelings in order to feel real happiness. That's my 2 cents on that. So, as you can tell, I'm hyped up. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm providing this to you. And there's no other place I would rather be right now in this moment. That one's for you. So with that, people, continue to strive to be a better version of yourself. And never give up. Never give up on what you want in life. Chase what makes you happy. Chase that purpose, that passion, that desire. Of course, take care of yourself. Allow yourself to be stable so that way you can continue to build that stability. So that way you can achieve that self-actualization, as Maslow has explained. And episode 2 breaks down. So with that, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I do have a little surprise for y'all. If you go on my YouTube channel, there will be the very first video of Joel's Mind podcast, the very first episode, Becoming a Better Version of You. I will edit it, I will post it for this special occasion because I haven't before, because I was still trying to figure it out. But now that I have it figured out, I want you to go take a look at it and tell me what you think. Alright? So with that, thank you for tuning in into Joel's Mind and celebrating this 1-year anniversary of being a better version of ourselves. And we are going until the wheels fall off, and even then we're gonna make it move one way or another. So on the very first episode of Joel's Mind podcast, we celebrated the #1 episode. This episode is, I believe, number 32. And so with that, Yep. There we go. Happy anniversary, baby. Happy 1 year of being a better version of yourself. To everyone that's listening and following, congratulations, Joel. You did it. And tune in next week and learn another way of being a better version of yourself. Follow me on my Instagram at Joel's Mind Official. Subscribe, smash that like button, comment below, give me a thumbs up, give me a congratulations, or tell me to shut the fuck up. I don't really care. I'm gonna keep going. So on that note, I love you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy birthday. Go out there and kill it and win today. I love you.